The list of best perfumes for women is always changing year after year, but what are the best perfumes for women for 2022? So, every list is a bit different, but you will find a few certain perfumes that will always show up. And one of those is the ever classic Chanel No. 5. This is unsurprising because if you look on any list for any year, the best perfumes, Chanel No. 5 will, needless to say, be on there. It's been a ridiculously popular perfume since, I think, 1921, so more than 100 years already. And the reason why it's still one of the best perfumes out there is mainly just because it has all the notes that really come together in a very kind of sophisticated and well thought out way. You have floral notes and aldehydes in the top notes, and woody notes and musk, especially civet, in the base notes. And some people, especially younger people these days, may not care to wear Chanel No. 5, mainly because of the civet and the musk notes, which can get kind of strong as you wear it over the hours. But other than that, there's not really too many downsides of this perfume. It's generally a light, kind of golden, uplifting perfume. And of course it's by Chanel, so regardless of what you think of it, it is a high-quality designer scent. So that automatically makes it one of, the most popular perfumes out there. Another one, which is also, it's much more recent, but it has certainly swept the perfume industry. Let's see, Baccarat Rouge 540 by Maison Kurkdjian. So the thing about this perfume is that I believe it's only a few years old, not too old. The thing about this is that it's extremely high class, extremely expensive. The bottle is usually made with Baccarat crystal, which is a very high class French crystal. The scent itself is quite unique and quite powerful. So powerful that some people are actually nose blind to it. So, including me, I have a hard time smelling the full bouquet of this perfume, mainly because the scent molecules are so heavy and kind of hard to detect for some people. But other people find that this is an extremely strong and heavy perfume, but it still balances itself out quite nicely. It mainly has notes of saffron, some sweet notes with certain floral notes, and then lots of woody and kind of spicy notes in the bottom. You will often find that this perfume is very, very long lasting and very, the sillage is very prominent. So you only need to put really a few dabs of this perfume on and it will really fill up whatever room you happen to be in. And it will last quite a long time, maybe 8 to 10 hours. So definitely you don't need to put a lot on. But besides that, it's a very warm, slightly spicy, very woody kind of fragrance with some interesting sweet notes that you wouldn't really expect from this sort of really rich and spicy kind of perfume. So this and Chanel No. 5 are staples of luxury scents. So definitely, I mean, that's why you'll often see both of those on many, top 10, top 5 best perfumes for women lists. So the other perfume that I'm putting on my list is Miss Dior, of course by Christian Dior, from this very small sample I have. Miss Dior is a very old perfume. I've done a full review of it in the past. It originally came out in 1947, but it has been reformulated again and again over the decades. The most recent formulation, I believe, was last year in 2021. And what makes this perfume so great is that it's very light, very kind of sweet and floral. So not, because the thing with Chanel No. 5 and Baccarat Rouge 540 is that they can be very, very heavy. Some people might not like the kind of heavy, woody or spicy notes or musky notes that they have. But Miss Dior is a completely different story. It's much more just sweet, it's light, it has many floral notes, fruity notes, especially the reformulated versions have lots of fruity notes like apricot, plum, maybe peach, stuff like that. Then rose and, you know, maybe orange blossom, stuff like that. There are also some, you know, musky notes like amber or some wood, but in general Miss Dior is not a heavy musky scent. It's light and sweet, and at the same time it does have a richness that allows it to last very well throughout the day. So not really any downsides to Miss Dior, especially the Eau de Parfum, which is, you know, a stronger concentration. So, of course, made by Dior, it's designed to be a high quality product. So, another great perfume that I quite like is Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Eau Intense for women. There's one for men, but this one is for women. And the thing about this is another very kind of light and fresh perfume. Fresher, I would say, than Miss Dior. Miss Dior, I would not say is refreshing so much as it is just kind of floral and sweet. But Light Blue is a very refreshing and even lighter scent, mainly because it mixes citrus notes with certain fruity notes like green apple. I would say the green apple is especially prominent, and because of that there is a crispness that you don't often get with a lot of perfumes. And besides the green apple, there's almost a hint of fresh linen, or, you know, sunshine or fresh air. You know, it's just a really fresh kind of aerated fragrance. So for that reason, it's really great for, you know, certain occasions you want to refresh yourself, go outside, maybe out in the summer, out in the sun, kind of wear a fragrance that isn't too heavy or isn't too rich or too sweet, you know, more just a light, kind of bright fragrance. And the last perfume on this list is one that I don't own at the moment, but it is certainly a very popular scent, called Coco Mademoiselle by Chanel. And the thing that it's a relatively modern scent. I think it came out in 2018 or around that time, and it has some very nice and amiable scents, I would say. Top notes of citrus, you know, bergamot, orange, middle notes of rose, some jasmine, and the base notes of white musk, some vanilla, and patchouli. Lots of patchouli, actually. And mixing all that, the citrus notes with the floral notes and, you know, the kind of mild base notes, really creates a very interesting bouquet of something that is somewhat refreshing, but also somewhat rich and sweet. So you have this kind of balance of all these different notes that come together. And of course it is produced by Chanel, of course, like Chanel No. 5, which automatically makes a very high quality product. A lot of work went into crafting this scent. And I would say it's a versatile kind of all-purpose sort of fragrance. Good for the evenings, good for the daytime, good for whatever weather happens to be out and about. So Coco Mademoiselle, definitely something to try. And overall, I think all those 5 perfumes are, you'll mostly see them on all sorts of, you know, top 10 lists, top 5 lists of best perfumes for women for 2022. I'm sure there will be new perfumes for next year and the year after that, but for now, those are some of the most prominent and most popular perfumes that you will see on the market. So if you have any other kind of ideas as to what perfumes might be the best or the most popular for the moment, you can leave a comment down below. If you liked the video, leave a like, maybe subscribe, and I make videos throughout the week, so stick around for those.